Hello, my lovely Scorpios, and welcome to Providence. I am KK, and this is your general monthly reading for the month of October 2019. It is a general collective reading, as I said, so for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Scorpio, as well as the cross watchers. Everybody is most welcome here. Please be reminded with the general readings to only take what resonates with you and to leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective. But thank you for joining me. Here we have already the Moth Spirit, number 39, if that resonates with anyone out here. And the message a Moth Spirit brings is surrender now. Let go of what is no longer serving you, my dear Scorpios. That is the message from Moth Spirit. Surrender now. Let's get a few more cards on the deck for you, while I just speak through some astrological events happening throughout the month of October. So October 13th or 14th, depending where you are in the world, we have the full moon in Aries. This is the perfect time to go after what you want. Go after those goals, go after those dreams, go after your wishes. Absolute, your confidence is going to be high. Have confidence in your skills and abilities. This is a perfect time to be doing that. It is also a great time for reinvention of yourself, or certain areas in your life that need a little bit of tidying up and a little bit of reinvention. Is this time the full moon in Aries. Then we move to the end of October, October the 28th or 29th, with the new moon in Scorpio. And here we have a major time for manifestation going on. If you're into co-creating with the universe, this is the perfect time to do it. The new moon in Scorpio. It's also a time to have great trust and in yourself, to be vulnerable with others and with yourself. It is a time also for releasing what is no longer serving you in your life. Situations, habits, relationships, all sorts of things. Surrender now is Moth Spirit coming to back that up for you. So that's the new moon in Scorpio. The planetary movements we have going on, we've got Pluto turning direct finally into Capricorn on the third week of on the 3rd of October. This is going to cause some crazy energy for everyone, so just go with the flow for a few days while we let Pluto settle back in to moving forwards. This is a great time to be disciplined and show your perseverance to achieving your goals in your life. It's also a great time for finding your life path, your true vocation, your inner calling, if you're not currently in that situation, my lovely Scorpios. And lastly, we have Mercury once again turning retrograde on the last day of October, October the 31st, all the way through to the 20th of November. So we'll certainly speak at length and great detail about the Mercury retrograde in the month of November. But we all know, I think it's about the third one this year, this is all about chaos. In the nicest possible way. Setbacks, delays, communication disasters, administration disasters. Check, double check, triple check your calendars, your schedules, your meetings, your appointments, your plans, all of that information. It's also a time where technology seems to be quite affected. You know, the internet will drop out, phones will go on the brink. All that sort of energy is abundant during a Mercury retrograde. The other thing it brings in is a little bit of self-doubt. We start questioning ourselves, second-guessing ourselves. We also sometimes start to make some bad choices and some silly decisions in our life. So just be aware of that moving into the end of October, into November, my lovely Scorpios. So we've got the King of Swords on the deck already in the first week of October, followed by the Five of Wands in the second week of October. We'll just get these other cards out for you and we'll get on with it. Get on to the story of October for you, my lovely Scorpios. Let's find it. Yeah. Never fails. There we are, the Four of Wands going on. And then the final card is the Six of Swords. And the underlying energy for you throughout the month of October, Scorpio, is the Nine of Swords. Yeah, and the Nine of Swords regrettably is known as the Nightmare card. This is all about those sleepless nights that we have going on. This can, in some degrees, speak about declining mental health. It can speak about anxiety, about panic attacks, about depression, but on a more mundane level, I guess, it is absolutely, you're caught up in your head. You've got a lot of worry on your mind. You've got a lot of anxiety on your mind. You're a bit fearful how situations are going to play out. So keep this in mind throughout the month of October. For this energy of the Nine of Swords, I always see this as us being caught up in our own heads. This isn't necessarily the reality that is going on for you this month. This is about what is playing around in your head. Your shadow self is highly at work, undermining your good work that you have done. So please keep that in mind, Scorpio. Just because you are anxious and worried about situations in your life, as we all know, you know, those problems that we have in our life always seem insurmountable at 2 a.m. We've all been there. We've all been staring at the ceiling. So that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit up in your head. I'm not saying that these problems aren't real in your life by any means, but you're turning them into a monster where perhaps they aren't quite the monster yet, Scorpio. So let's see if we can change this around for you. King of Swords in the first week of October. The King of Swords is a great authority of truth, of intellectual prowess, has very direct communication, is very independent, has very clear boundaries, does the King of Swords. He holds the sword of truth in his hand. For those new to my channel, when I start talking about kings and queens and he and she, I don't read gender into the cards unless I'm called to do so. It's all about an energy that the card has in it. So this can be in relation to a man, a woman, or indeed yourself, Scorpio. And I'm feeling you are in this energy of the King of Swords. You are being very direct. You have great mental clarity to these situations that are going on in your life. You know how to succeed through that with your great intellectual prowess. This King of Swords energy for me is my professional card. It's the lawyers, the judges, the doctors, that kind of energy going on. You are a great authority. People come to you for advice. You are a great authority, and the advice that you give people is absolutely spot on and true. You can be very direct, and some people don't like that. I'm not saying that's not the truth of the situation, because you don't have time to sugarcoat things. You just give a very simple yes, no answer. We will certainly get some clarifying cards to this King of Swords, but that is happening during Pluto turning direct in the first week of October, the 3rd of October. And this is a time where, as I spoke about, you are being very disciplined and showing great perseverance into your achieving your goals. And King of Swords is the perfect energy to do that. You don't have time to muck around and for anybody else's drama. You have, you are very direct. You have a very direct path. You have very clear boundaries, and you're very direct in your communication. So embrace the King of Swords energy, Scorpio. In the second week of October here, we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands does talk about some conflict in your life, some tension, some stress going on. It can talk about, some boring arguments that you're having, with family or friends or in the workplace. Certainly going to get a clarifying card about this. This at the moment is looking to me about this King of Swords energy coming through. As I said, the King of Swords is very direct, and some people don't like that so much. I don't mind the King and Queen of Swords at all, and I'm not And I'm not an air sign at all, but I don't mind that direct communication, but I'm wondering if that is causing just some conflict and some disagreements around you, yeah, in that second week of October. Here in the third week of October, we have the Four of Wands going on. And the Four of Wands is the happy home card. This is absolutely speaking about celebrations in the home, in your community. It's about harmony. The Four of Wands can sometimes speak about engagements. There's a big diamond here. There's some love roses going on. So this can speak about engagements, about marriages, about anniversaries. You celebrating that, you know, with your family. It can speak about great successes in your community, milestones, anniversaries in your community as well. So that's a lovely energy to be having in the third week of October. Here we have the Six of Swords in the final week of October, and out of all of this I'm drawn to this Six of Swords because this Six of Swords absolutely speaks about a transitional phase. This is changes happening around you. This is also speaking about releasing things that no longer serve you. Yeah, a change is coming in. You need to let go of what you no longer need, what no longer serves you, to let this change of better things and situations and people into your life. And I have a feeling this is absolutely a change, transitional month for you, my darling Scorpios, in October. It is your time, or it's half your time. Certainly the last half of October, we are in Scorpio season. So this is happening during that new moon in Scorpio. And as I said, the new moon in Scorpio is asking you to release things that no longer serve you. The moth spirit is saying surrender now. The Six of Swords is saying release things that no longer serve you, because change is happening and you need to get rid of the old so you have room for the new. And the new is always better. It is always better. I know sometimes it's hard to let go of things, but the new is always better. The universe isn't going to bring bad things into your life as part of a changing cycle. So that's really, really interesting to me. We've got sort of three cards all saying the same, very strongly the same message. And I think this is what the Nine of Swords is about. I think you're caught up in your head about it. You're slightly resisting the change that may be happening around you, Scorpio. And I get it. We all get it. Change is sometimes hard. It's hard to release things that have been in our life for a long time. And this is what's causing you a little bit of anxiety and fear. It will be okay, Scorpio. I love the Six of Swords. There's always something wonderful on the other end of the Six of Swords. So November, your month, Scorpio, is going to be a brand new you. Here we go. The King of Pentacles clarifying the King of Swords. Yep. Got the Queen of Wands clarifying the Five of Wands. We have the Emperor clarifying the Four of Wands. And we have the Empress. That's what's waiting for you. Abundance. Abundance is waiting for you, Scorpio. All right, let's get into this. So we have the King of Pentacles clarifying the King of Swords. Yeah, the King of Pentacles is the wealth creator, the ultimate wealth creator. The King of wealth creation is abundant. This is a business card for me, absolutely. This is the energy of CEOs, your boss at work. It can also be the energy of the bank manager, the financial advisor, the stockbroker. These are smart financial people, is the King of Pentacles. And they have accumulated this wealth, prosperity and abundance in their life through hard work. It's not like they've won the lotto. They have been determined. They have been methodical. They have absolutely possess this perseverance and discipline that we were speaking of with Pluto turning direct in this first week. This is the King of Pentacles, absolutely. Clarifying this King of Swords, as we did say about being direct. I feel that you are embracing both these energies. The King of Pentacles could certainly be somebody in your life, Scorpio, and if that is the case, they will be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You could have gone to see the King of Pentacles for some advice. I'm feeling that this is, as I said, the bank manager, the financial advisor, an accountant, people like that. I think you, as the King of Swords, have been very determined and very clear to get some very solid advice. And the King of Pentacles will absolutely give that to you in that first week of October. As I said, that's when Pluto was turning direct. So this is all about your perseverance and your discipline to achieve your goals. Either use these two energies very, very well, but I'm really picking up on this King of Pentacles is someone that you're going to seek advice from. And whatever advice they give you, listen to. It will be very, very solid and true advice. Here we have the Queen of Wands clarifying the Five of Wands. And the Queen of Wands to me is the lady of the estate. You know, in those old English manners that you see, there is always a lady that runs the estate, so to speak, the wife of the Lord. The Queen of Wands does like a little bit of opulence and a little bit of luxury around her, but the Queen of Wands is very warm, very vibrant, yet very, very determined. Again, the Queen of Wands can see potential in situations and in ideas. The Queen of Wands can very much pick up on that energy. And with the Queen clarifying this Five of Wands, I certainly feel that this Queen of Wands, I think, is giving you a little bit of grief. This Queen of Wands could certainly be speaking about an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. This could be somebody at work. But I think they're causing a little bit of tension, a little bit of disagreement in your life. They're not in agreement with your opinions or what you're saying at the moment. So just keep an eye out for this Queen of Wands. And I'm actually seeing someone with dark hair. I know that sounds really, really random. The Queen can be a man or a woman. Again, as I said, it would certainly be speaking about an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarian. I think you're going to have a disagreement with this Queen of Wands. Yeah, and I really feel that they're in the workplace. This could certainly be an older family member. That's the energy I'm picking up. I'm feeling they're an older person than you. So just keep an eye out for that in the second week of October. That is during that full moon in Aries. And, you know, once again, the full moon in Aries is saying, have confidence in your abilities and skills. I think the Queen of Wands is questioning that. And that's causing you a little tension and conflict in yourself. Absolutely trust in your confidence during that second week in October. You've got it, Scorpio, yeah? Because as soon as you do trust it, we have the Emperor clarifying the Four of Wands here. And the Emperor is the great authority. The Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor is also the Aries card, which is a little bit interesting with this Queen of Wands, if that is resonating with anybody out there. And it clarifying the Four of Wands, I'm feeling... I'm picking up on two things. That's why I'm just pausing for a moment, Scorpio. I'm feeling that you, as soon as that full moon in Aries hits, as I said, in the second week of October, absolutely have confidence in your abilities, because once you do, you are becoming the Emperor. You're becoming the king of your kingdom. Well, you are the greatest authority in your kingdom. You look after all the kingdoms. As I said, you're the king's boss. There's no greater authority than the Emperor. And this is all about establishment and structure. You are looking out for your community, for your home, and there's going to be great celebration. I'm really feeling that this is a work reading. I don't know if there is a pay rise coming, a promotion coming, a new job, or something like that coming for you, Scorpio, but there's going to be great cause for celebration. The Emperor can also speak about a father figure. That's the other thing I'm saying. I just Keep seeing with this Queen of Wands and this Emperor just an older person. You know, you could go to an older man in particular to seek some advice. Or you could be assuming this position in your family. Yeah? So if, you know, if this isn't a father figure to you, a grandfather figure to you, the Emperor can also once again have that energy of being the manager at work, and having great authority over the workplace. But there's certainly cause for celebration here, and the Emperor is certainly evolved. That's why I'm really picking up that this is you, Scorpio. This is you embracing that energy ahead. And then finally we have the Empress clarifying the Six of Swords. I just want to show you this for a second. This is why I'm feeling that this is you, because here we have the Emperor and the Empress. Yeah, and they are counterparts. Absolutely. So the Empress is clarifying this Six of Swords, which I'm still very, very drawn to. This is a transitional month for you, my lovely, lovely Scorpios. And the Empress is just clarifying this change and this transition, and you letting go of things that no longer serve you, into it is going to be abundant and fertile. The Empress is all about fertility, abundance, nurturing. You know, the Empress is the divine feminine. She sits in nature. She is the Empress of her environment as well. So with this Emperor and Empress energy, I'm really feeling that this is just you embracing this energy in the month of October, moving into your own season, Scorpio. The Empress card can also sometimes speak about being very fertile, and pregnancies for anybody out there in that demographic. Can also speak about unexpected, unplanned pregnancies and things like that. And with this change happening, I would certainly, if that doesn't interest you, I would certainly be taking some precautions to that at the end of October, during the new moon in Scorpio. Maybe not be so open and trusting with some people if that is not a plan of yours, because the Empress highly speaks about that. And in relation to this change and transition happening, just be careful of that. As I said, this Nine of Swords is absolutely up in your head about things. Look, I'm not saying there aren't problems. I'm absolutely feeling this is about work. This celebration here is absolutely going to be about a job well done, a pay rise coming in, a promotion coming in, you having a harmonious home and work community and being able to celebrate that. You've become the Emperor. You are the great authority there. Perhaps you're becoming the boss, Scorpio. That would be very interesting. So I know this isn't a great energy to be sitting all over this, but this is all about you resisting the change and new things are coming in. Remember what Moth Spirit said, surrender now. Go with the flow. The universe is only going to direct you into good places. The universe has a way of bringing you lessons to learn when you resist it. Does that make sense, Scorpio? I hope that makes sense. And I think this is what this Nine of Swords is about. If this is resonating with you, by all means, please give the video a like. And once again, consider subscribing to the channel for future weekly and monthly readings. I am just going to take 4 more cards from this Lenormand deck and one last message from the Moonology Oracle to finish off the monthly reading. If you're still with me, thank you very much. I know this has been a rather laboured reading because there's weird energies going on for you, Scorpio, but I think that's due to the fact that this is a huge transformation month for you, moving into your own season. This is also a great time of manifestation in that last week of October. So once again, start co-creating with the universe into abundance and fertility in your life. Let's get some of these cards on the deck. I always think with the monthly readings, it's always a great idea to save them to a playlist. Oh, just had one fly away. just so you can check in as the month moves along. You've got the sun. The sun flew away. The tree, the mountain. These are big, big cards. Huh. That's very funny. Okay, big, big cards from the Lenormand deck. So we've got the sun, clarifying the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Again, saying that you're embracing this energy of the King of Swords, being very direct, having great mental clarity about how and where you want to go. You're either going to seek advice from the King of Pentacles. I feel that very, very strongly from some people. Other people are going to be embracing the energy of the King of Pentacles and bringing in that discipline and hard work into wealth creation, abundance, and financial security for themselves and their family. Here we have the sun shining down. The sun is the most positive card. This is the sun illuminating your path forward. This is the sun speaking about absolute positivity and success. I really do feel this King of Pentacles is someone, and the sun is clarifying. Whatever they say, trust it. Trust it. Trust this energy in the first week of October, because this is going to set you up for the rest of the week. Here we have the gorgeous tree. This is about expansion and growth in all areas of your life. As I was saying, this Queen of Wands, I'm seeing a dark-haired person. Absolutely, that could be you, Scorpio. I can't see all of you, but I'm feeling that this is absolutely a Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarian in your life. I don't think they're going to agree with whatever decisions you're making in this first week. There's going to be a little bit of tension. Look, I don't think they're going to stop you from doing it. I think they're just going to go, that sounds like a bad idea. Go with your gut. Go with the advice you've been given, because this tree is clarifying that whatever this is, this has expansion and growth happening. Yeah, the sun is shining down on the tree. You have very solid foundation with the roots in the earth there. It is expanding and growing. Absolutely go with it. Big, big energies from Lenormand deck. Here we have the mountain clarifying this Four of Wands and the Emperor. Now, this is about... the mountains are big. There is a simple reading of this is big. This celebration, and you're assuming this authority over your life as you sit as the Emperor on your throne, is big. This can also sometimes speak about international situations. For some of you out there, there is going to be a job promotion offer that is abroad. It's in a different country. It's going to be very successful. Absolutely take this opportunity and run with it, Scorpio. That is for really specific Scorpios out there. I have been very strongly asked to say that. For others, this is just saying this is big. This is a turning point. This is a major transition throughout the month of October for you. And the mountain is saying it is solid. You've got solid foundations. Again, this is really solid. Go with it. It is not going to steer you wrong. I giggled when the ship popped out to clarify the Six of Swords and the Empress. In the traditional tarot deck, and I just want to show you this, the Six of Swords has an image of a boat. If you can use your imagination and see that sixth sword as a boat, and here we have the ship clarifying it. This is talking about a journey that you're going on, exactly what the Six of Swords is talking about. This is a journey of transition for you. Change is happening. Whether you like it or not, Scorpio, it's happening. It is much easier if you let the universe bring it in for you and not resist it. This Nine of Swords is you resisting it. I know it's really hard. I know it's very easy for me to sit here and say it, but you have to let it happen because your ships are coming in. Here we have the Empress. The Empress is absolutely about fertility and abundance of new situations. So this is very positive. This is a huge transitional month for you, October. Absolutely have a really good look and let go of things that are no longer serving you and holding you back, because change is happening, my gorgeous Scorpios. It is as I said, please excuse my laboured reading of October for you, but it is quite a chaotic energy for you. So I understand why you're feeling like this. I do understand. Big things are happening, Scorpio. Let them happen. Release the control of it, over it. The Emperor energy can sometimes be quite controlling and quite domineering. And I feel that you've got a tight grip on things. I think you just need to loosen that grip slightly. What is yours will stay. What is supposed to be in your life will stay. Yeah? The final message for you in the month of October is have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. This is a transitional month for you, October. Your dreams are coming into fruition in your season in November. Keep your eyes on the prize, my gorgeous Scorpios. It is coming. If you have resonated with this reading, by all means give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for future weekly and monthly readings. Have faith in your dreams. They are coming into fruition. It's just going to be a few bumpy weeks ahead, just while this change and transition and the universe aligns for you into this glorious Empress energy. Surrender now is what Moth Spirit is telling you to do, and have faith in your dreams. I hope this has resonated for some of you out there. I hope that I do see you next month. Until then, much light and love from me to you. Bye bye.